Hello and welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, my name is Taechichu and I don't know what I'm doing, I'll never know what I'm doing, and that's what I'm using as an intro. Hi guys, coming back at you with a little bit of Draft League action. We are in the International Battle Association Season 2. I am coach yet again of the Dashing Dittos, and I'm super excited because this is my first draft with a IBA, and I'm not super used to singles, but I actually had a plan with this, and it was actually a lot of fun and very interesting to see what my opponents picked, and I was super happy with the picks I got, and I wanted to share that with you guys. So let's just get into it. So, as you can see, it was all broken down into tiers, GMAX Tier 1, Tier 2s. They were all broken down into tiers, and then you got free picks based on 400 points, and those are all put into tiers. I'm going to save you the energy of trying to figure it all out. It's kind of confusing. It doesn't matter. These are the Pokemon I drafted. Okay, so for my GMAX, I was, luckily, because I did not do well in Season 1.5, I got GMAX. I was one of the first ones to pick, and I got GMAX Venusaur. Super hyped for this Pokemon. It's going to be my special attacker, my main special attacker. I'm super excited for it, especially for its GMAX move. I think that it's super powerful, especially with this passive being kind of like GMAX Charizard's. I'm super excited for it. I think the design is super cool, and I think that it's going to be a really good mon, especially in singles. So I'm really excited to see how that does, and I'm hoping that it's going to be one of my star mons. For the last IBA season 1.5 that I was in, it did not. I had Colossal, and it only worked out semi well. So I'm hoping that with GMAX Venusaur, we get some better results, especially because I hear it's going to be a really good mon. So I'm super excited for it, and apparently I sniped a lot of people with it. So I'm super excited. And for my Tier 1 pick, I have. Excuse the picture, I love this plush and I want it so bad. But it was Tyranitar. I picked Tyranitar because I think that Tyranitar is a very well-rounded mon while also being bulky. With I can have it with Stone Edge, a good dark move. I could also have a fighting move on it. I think that it is really good, especially in being able to take another Pokemon out. It's adorable, it's bulky, it's good, and I just really like Tyranitar. I've grown to love it, and I think that's going to be a great addition to my team, especially being one of the bulkier Pokemon on my team that should be able to take other Pokemon out. I think it can also be a Spike Setter. I could be wrong. I have to look more into it, but that's my boy, is Tyranitar. That was the second Pokemon that I grabbed, and I'm really happy with it. Okay, next is Ditto! We got our mascot. I love Ditto, not only because I love Ditto, but because from a competitive aspect, it's a really good mon to just have, because it can have some really good counterplay when you need it. Excuse me. And I really think that it is an overall good mon to have to just kind of freak out your opponent. You don't know what Ditto's going to turn into and stuff like that, especially with Imposter. I think it's a good mon overall, and it's wonderful, and I'm so happy I got it, because not only is it a mascot, I want to try and use it to the best of my ability. And I'm sorry if I'm not explaining these super well. I'm just trying to give my reasoning as to why I picked them. I'm not super duper familiar with singles, and I'm trying my best to be able to learn, and these Pokemon were the ones I thought would be best fit for the team I want to do. Okay, so next, my Tier 3, I have Morpeko. We have Dapper back in the house, and the reason that I chose Morpeko is because I really like Aura Wheel with the dark set and the electric set. I think that's overall a really good mon, has access to really good moves, especially Brutal Swing, where it can lower your target's special attack and then it comes back to you. I think that it's fast as well, especially with Aura Wheel being able to make it faster. It can have Seed Bomb, Stomping Tantrum. It has access to a lot of good moves, and I'm really interested to see where Morpeko gets me. He did really good with me in the IBA, and I'm hoping that he does really well with me in the ABL, and I'm hoping that he does good with me in the IBA too, because I think that he has a lot of good singles potential, and he's adorable. I love him. I love Dapper, the return of Dapper. Okay, so my other Tier 3 pick was Ninetales. Now, Ninetales I had also in the ABL, But I chose Ninetales because I wanted a drought setter so that I would be able to get the chlorophyll ability to work with Venusaur to make it faster, and I think that Ninetale has access to a lot of good moves. I can use Will-O-Wisp, I can use Solar Beam, and then I could also, like, say use Fire Blast or Heat Wave. I think that overall it's a really good mon, especially if you really wanted to build it bulky, you could. I like to run or in the ABL, I ran like 252 speed, 252 special attack with choice specs, but I think that this mon overall is like really good, and it's a good drought setter. And I think I personally like it better than Torkoal, and it's faster. So I really like Ninetales. That's my drought setter to try and kind of get my Venusaur to become more speedy. So that's why I picked Ninetales. My tier 4 is Breviary. Now the reason that I picked Breviary was because when I was practicing singles battles on streams with viewers, I picked a team that had like, I think it was like Morpeko, Rotom Wash, Braviary, Arcanine, stuff like that. And Braviary actually proved to be really useful with like close combat. It can know, I think, Air Slash. It can also be my Tailwind setter if I really need to be super fast. So that'll be really interesting to see, and I'm hoping that it does well with me also in singles because it worked for me when I practiced with it. So I'm hoping that Braviary can be good on my team. I don't really like flying Pokemon. I don't super like bird Pokemon, but I'm hoping that Braviary can let me learn to love him. Okay, so next for my tier 5, I also apologize if the lighting's bad. I'm filming this on my bed, it's late at night, and I was like, I'm gonna film a video. Gotta love that late night motivation. Okay, so my tier 5 is Butterfree. Now the reason I picked Butterfree was I wanted another good special attacker. Also with Compound Eyes, I can get a Sleep Powder off a lot easier, and then running like say Quiver Dance and Bug Buzz, I think that those are really good as well. I think that Butterfree is overall a really good Pokemon, and I think that it has a lot of good potential, and I'm interested to see how it does, especially in singles, because I've seen it in doubles, and I think that it's worked fine, so I'm interested to see what it can do, and I think that definitely putting my opponents to sleep is one of like the main aspects here, so that's another reason why I picked Butterfree, and I like Butterfree. I think Butterfree is adorable. So my first free pick that I got was Azumarill. I like Azumarill a lot. I wanted to use it in competitive in Sun and Moon, but I was unable to. I think it's a good setter, and it's one of the newer Pokemon that was brought back into Pokemon Sword and Shield with the DLC. I think that Huge Power is really good on it, and so is Sap Sipper, and I think that Sap Sipper will especially be convenient to me if I have Tyranitar and someone tries to use a grass move on me. I think that'll be really interesting to see. I think that overall it's a good mon. I needed something water, and I have a fairy type, so I think it's a good, typing. It's a bulky mon, and I really can't wait to use it. I really want a plush of it. Sorry, that's irrelevant, but I'm interested to see where this little Pokemon gets me, and I'm so excited to use it because it's adorable. And it has good typing, and it's bulky, and I wanted to use it in Sun and Moon, and I was unable to, so now, in the Sun and Moon competitive world, and now I'm going to be able to use it in the IBA, and I'm excited. My second free pick was Lucario. Lucario is a good pick for me because I needed a steal in fighting. It's going to be good so that it's going to be my really good Steelmon, and I know that Lucario is pretty okay in singles. I've seen him a bunch, especially if I want to use like Mach Punch or something like that. I think that he's going to be really interesting to see. He's fast too, and I think that he'll be a really good addition to my team, especially if there's a fairy type that I need to get to. I think that Lucario will be able to do the job, or like a dark Pokemon or something of the sort. I think that it's going to be interesting to see what I can do with this Pokemon. I think he's a really good physical attacker, and I think that he will be really useful to me. Okay, my next Fremon is Poltergeist. I did not pick Poltergeist because I think it's cute. I picked it so that I could have another special attacker, and so that I can have a really, really good counteract to another ghost Pokemon. I also can I don't know if it can belly drum. I don't remember what the move is. It's blanking me right now. But it can have White Herb, and I can set it up so that it has a lot of special attack potential. And I think that it's really cute, especially it has weak armor, and I think weak armor will also be good. I think that this Pokemon has a lot of unleashed potential that a lot of people haven't seen yet, and I want to be able to show that. It's one of my favorite new Pokemon of the gen, and I want to be able to show off that it not only is it cute and adorable, but it also can beat some bums. So that's why I picked Poltergeist. It's a really good counter to other ghost Pokemon, and it'll also be a really good psychic counter in case I have to encounter like a Galarian Slowbro or something like that. So that's why I picked Poltergeist. My next mon, or my last free pick was Tokido Mario. Now I picked Tokido Mario because I think that Lightning Rod is very solid on it. It's another good Steel type Pokemon along with that electric typing. I've always loved Tokido Mario. It's one of my favorite Pika clones, and I can nuzzle, get paralysis on it. Has a lot of good status addition stuff, and I think it's going to be really interesting to see what it can do in singles. Even though it was like the lower one of the lower tier mons, I think that this Pokemon has a lot of unleashed potential, and I think that it's going to be really good, and especially with baiting and stuff like that, I think that it's going to be really, really solid on my team, especially for like protecting Breviary or something like that, if that makes sense. But yeah, so that is my draft. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know down below what you think of my draft, what you think I probably could have done better. I'm really excited for this season in the IBA. I plan on doing a lot better than I did before. And I'm interested to see what my opponents will do, and I want to at least make it to playoffs, or I want to at least win. I want to do really, really well. So I'm really excited. I hope you guys are excited as well. And thank you guys so much for watching and being a part of my community. I want to try and get 500 subs by my birthday, which is July 28th. So let's try and make it there. Share this video, leave a like, comment down below. I would very much appreciate it. Okay guys, I'll see you in the next one. Okay, goodbye, Light. Bye.